How's it going, guys? So today we're talking about Chinese parts. And while I'm trying to put this on the tripod while I'm talking to you smoothly, it's not working out. But talk about Chinese parts for any car. And the last brush up I had with this was for BMW. Now, as you know, we did the cam sensors on the E60. We had a light for the exhaust cam sensor, and I bought a set of these Bremy camshaft sensors. Thought they'd be great. And I'm not sure if they're actually Chinese. It says made in Germany, or they're actually just defective. There's really no way to tell anymore. Unfortunately, they're $100 for two of them. Put them in. It ran okay for on the second day I drove it. Now it's throwing lights for both sensors. And when I scan it with ISTA, it says before it was timing over advanced camshaft B position. Now it's showing it can't even see the two sensors after they run for a little bit. So I think what's happened, probably after they've been in the car for a day or two, probably oil's got down inside the sensor itself through the seam in it. That's my guess anyway. Who knows? Long story short, they're not any good. So a lot of issue you've been having is knockoff parts. And with spark plugs, with all the sensors, with all that stuff, these Chinese companies are knocking them off. And it may not even be, may not even be the seller that even knows it. There's really no way to tell they're cloning the boxes, the packaging, even instructions. Once you have the equipment to do that, it's no big deal. The issue that leaves us, it's hard to buy parts online, especially when the seller may not even know that they're cloned parts. So I think I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and, per instructions of Dean, get a hold of Febby Bilstein. I tried to get home before. I couldn't get him on the phone. I need to set up an actual business account with them for the channel and see if they'll sponsor us. If they don't, that's fine too. And that way I have a direct hub to get stuff right from Germany. And, you know, I think they have warehouses here in the States. Hopefully they do. That works out. The Febby Bilstein, they make really good stuff. I never had any issue with their stuff before. And the problem is finding it. You can't always find it. And in the past, I've linked up stuff for Amazon. Parts I had, went back the next day. They're all sold out. Everybody bought them out. So those are always my first choice to get. Buying actual OEM stuff. Some stuff you could do that on. Intake boots, you know, stuff like that's fine. Some sensors are too expensive. That also brings me to the next thing too. Radiators. The old eBay radiators from China for a BMW is about $60. About $59 is about the average price. Well, the X3, my mom's X3, now needs a radiator. It's spraying out top of it. It's overdue for one. 181,000 miles. It needs one. Get on there to buy one, and when we bought one for our X5 a year or two ago, I had to get the Chinese one. There was no OEM ones. Well, it worked out fine. It was $60, I think, something like that, maybe 70. It was a big giant radiator, no problem. It's still in there running today, no issue at all. Now, we've had problems with the radiators before, the plastic tanks, where they're crimped on the metal radiator, aluminum radiator. They tend to leak at that gasket. And in fact, on this car, back when I owned it, we went through that crap too. I bought a brand new radiator. It leaked out the tank crimp. And I went on eBay and bought an actual bare radiator. It was a couple $100, something like that, $195. Put it on the car, it leaked. Well, after doing a little more research, that radiator is made in China, and probably the same exact plastic, same exact factory as the cheap one was. Sometimes you can't win for losing. Our best hope, guys, and it is becoming reality, a lot less stuff's being made in China, and I don't know what the end result is here, but we need better parts. When you can't fix your car because you can't buy good parts, that's an issue. So the good parts places are narrowed down to almost nothing. It's becoming an issue. With a really picky engine like an N52 or anything newer, you have to have good parts or it will not have any of it. So that's the situation. I don't know what's going on with these cam sensors, but we've been fighting this for forever. I mean, really, since I've been doing cars. You see M54 cam sensor sets on there for 20 bucks for all three. For both cam and the crankshaft sensor, they don't work. Just like these, they just don't work. They'll work for a day or two and that'll be it. So we'll see how it all turns out. I'll try to put links of known good parts in the Amazon store. I already have an Amazon store. I'll put the link in the description. I haven't been doing that. Been a bad boy. Haven't been doing that. I'll put a link down there. There's a lot of good parts in there I've bought myself. I know they're decent parts. We'll see what Febby Bilstein does. If there's any kind of links I can put up for that. If we get affiliated with those guys here coming up. We don't know. It's too early to tell. That's going to be it, guys. Kind of a weird video. I'm not pissed off. I'm very frustrated that I have to do this job again. I have to go spend more money. Try to get the other money back. Go put more money out. And there you are. We just had this problem with the camera system, the home camera system. I got about 400 bucks tied up in that, and that's been a huge ass mess for like 2 months. So, Chinese parts, you can have a lot of money tied up and still not have parts to fix your car. That's our current situation. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.